Hi guys, this is O-level chemistry, paper 12, June 2022, question 31. Selenium is in group 6 and gallium is in group 3. Which predictions can be made from this information? A gallium atom has 3 more protons than a selenium atom? No, selenium would have 3 more than gallium because selenium is ahead of gallium in the periodic table. B. Gallium is more likely to form negative ions than selenium. Gallium is in group 3. Group 3 elements form positive ions. So it is less likely to form negative ions. C. Selenium atoms have fewer valence electrons than gallium atoms. Selenium is in group 6. It has 6 valence electrons in outermost shell. Whereas gallium being in group 3 will only have 3 electrons in its outermost shell. So this statement is also wrong, making statement D correct. But what is statement D? Selenium has more non-metallic character than gallium. Okay. Gallium is in group 3, selenium is in group 6. So going from left to right in the periodic table, the non-metallic character increases, whereas the metallic character decreases. This statement says selenium has more non-metallic character than gallium. Yes, this statement is correct. So option D is the correct option for this question. Question 32. Which statement about some metals and their compounds is correct? Calcium reacts with cold water but not with steam. If it can react with cold water, it can definitely react with steam. So wrong. Lead carbonate decomposes at a higher temperature than zinc carbonate. No, lead carbonate would decompose at a lower temperature than zinc carbonate because if you look at the position of lead, it is below zinc in the periodic table. Although zinc is present in the D block and lead is present in group 4, but position of lead is below zinc. So the temperature required would be lower, not higher. C. Magnesium can be extracted from its oxide by heating strongly with carbon. No, you heat it strongly with silicon, then you can obtain magnesium. Pure aluminum reacts with cold dilute hydrochloric acid. Yes, it is more reactive than hydrogen, so it will react with hydrochloric acid, making option D the correct option for this question. Question 33. The diagram shows an experiment to determine the percentage of oxygen in air. Okay, we have a bell jar, we have a lit candle, and we have water. So basically, oxygen is being consumed for keeping the fire lit. Okay, which diagram shows the correct level of water after the candle stops burning? So air contains 21% by volume of oxygen. So if all of the air present is used up, the water will rise around 20 to 21% into the bell jar. So in option A, the water has gone below the actual level. So this is wrong. In option B, the level is the same. That means nothing was used up here. So this is also wrong. In option C, out of the total volume, around 20% is used in filling the bell jar with water after the flame extinguishes. So this should be the correct option. Option D, we have exactly half of the bell jar filled with water and half of the air does not contain oxygen. So this is also wrong. So in conclusion, option C is the correct option for this question. Question 34. The addition reaction between hydrocarbon X and bromine forms only one product. Which compound is X? Okay, A is CH4. CH4 is an alkane. Alkane undergoes substitution reactions with bromine, not addition. B is ethene. Ethene undergoes addition reaction with bromine. C is C2H6. This is ethane. Ethane is again an alkane. It undergoes substitution reaction with benzene. And D is CH3OH methanol. Methanol is an alcohol. Alcohol also undergoes substitution reactions with benzene. So the only reactant that undergoes addition reaction here is B, and the reaction would be C2H4 plus Br2. This will give us C2H4 Br2. A halogenoalkane will form. So this makes option B the correct option for this question. Question 35. A series of reactions producing propanol from naphtha fraction of petroleum, which is crude oil, is shown. Okay, so naphtha undergoes a process X and process X undergoes a process Y to form the alcohol. In the compound in the middle, we have a double bond and the final product has an OH group. So this is basically alkene reacting with steam. Why? So reaction with steam is correct, fermentation is incorrect, making options A and C the likely options. So what could X be? Naphtha is a fraction from petroleum. So a fraction from petroleum producing an alkene. So this should be cracking. Cracking should be the correct answer, not fractional distillation. So cracking for process A and reaction with steam for process Y. This makes option A the correct option for this question. Question 36. The structure of four alcohols are shown. Okay. And this is the homologous series of alcohol. So methanol, ethanol, propane 2-ol, and butane 1-ol. Okay, they are isomers present as well. Which statement is correct? Alcohol 1 can be made by the addition of steam to an alkene. Okay, alcohol 1 contains a single carbon. The functional group in alkene is a double bond. So the minimum number of carbon required for an alkene would be 2. So a single carbon alkene does not exist. So this option is definitely wrong. B, alcohol 2 can be made from glucose. This is ethanol. Ethanol can be made from glucose. Yes. C. Alcohol 3 is a renewable energy source. Uh, propane to all as a renewable energy source. This has not been clearly stated anywhere. So, no. D. Alcohol 4 has only one other isomer. Okay, alcohol 4 has an OH group on the first carbon atom. So, an isomer can have an OH group on the second carbon atom, as well as we can also have the OH group on the second carbon atom and a CH3 group on the second carbon atom as well. We can also have OH being present on the first carbon atom and one of the other terminal carbon atoms replacing a hydrogen atom here. So there are three other possible isomers that I just made. And the statement says alcohol 4 has only one other isomer. So wrong. This makes option B the correct option for this question. Question 37. Which compound has a molecular formula C3H6O2? Okay. Compound 1 is methyl ethanoate. So the structure here would be CH3, C double bond O, single bond O, CH3. This is methyl ethanoate. Structure 2 would be ethyl methanoate. So H, C double bond O, single bond O, CH2, CH3. This is ethyl methanoate. And 3 is propanoic acid. Propanoic acid would be CH3, CH2, COOH. And they're asking that which of these has the molecular formula as C3H6O2. So let's find out. We have got 3 carbon atoms here. We've got 6 hydrogen atoms here and we have got 2 oxygen atoms here. In the second compound, we have 3 carbon, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 6 hydrogen and 2 oxygen. In the third compound, we have 3 carbon, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 hydrogen and 2 oxygen. So all of them have the molecular formula C3H6O2. So this makes option D the correct option for this question. Question 38. An organic compound has the empirical formula CH2O. Okay. Which row shows a possible correct name and structure for this compound? Okay. Methanol. Methanol is CH3OH. And this is not the formula for methanol. So this is incorrect. Next, methanoic acid. Methanoic acid has a formula HCOOH. And this is the correct displaced structure of methanol. 3. Ethanol. Ethanol is CH3CH2OH, and this here has CH3, but it has COOH here. So the structure is not the alcohol. D. Ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid is CH3COOH, and the formula here CH3COOH. This is correct. So options A and C have been eliminated. Now we check options B and D. So in option B, the molecular formula is CH2O2, and in option D, the molecular formula is C2H4O2, and this will be condensed to give us CH2O. And the question requires that the molecular formula should be CH2O. This makes option D the correct option for this question. Question 39. Which statement is correct? Complex carbohydrates such as starch are hydrolyzed to give simple sugars? Yes. Carbohydrates are polymers of simple sugars. So this is correct. B. Fats have the same amide linkage as pterylene. Fats do have amide linkage, but pterylene does not. Pterylene has ester linkage. C. Proteins and nylon are polymers formed from the same monomers, but with different linkages. No, they are formed from different monomers, but they have the same linkage. The linkage present is an amide bond, but the monomers for nylon are different, and the monomers for proteins are amino acids. And amino acids do not form nylon. So this is wrong. Option D. Proteins are natural polymers. Yes. And are also called polysaccharides. No, they are called polyamides. They are not polysaccharides, they are polyamides. So option A is the correct option for this question. Question 40. The repeat unit of a polymer is shown. Which monomer would produce this polymer? So since all monomers have a double bond, so let's work out the monomer from the repeat unit given. So we have two carbon atoms. So they would have a double bond between them. One of them will have a chlorine and a bromine atom on it. The other would have a CH3 group and a hydrogen on it. So we have worked out the monomer. So let's see which monomer would produce this polymer. So we have hydrogen and CH3 on one carbon atom, and we have chlorine and bromine on the other carbon atom. This is the correct option. Let's look at the other options. Here we have CH3 and hydrogen on two different carbon atoms. Also, we have chlorine and bromine on two different carbon atoms. Definitely wrong. Next, we have CH3 and H on two different carbon atoms. Bromine and chlorine on two different carbon atoms. Definitely wrong. Next, we have chlorine and bromine on two different carbon atoms. And we have CH3 and hydrogen on two different carbon atoms. So now we know why B, C, and D are wrong. This makes option A the correct option for this question.